This is the main event tonight, man. We got to talk about, man, the heaviest soundtrack that's came out, man, in 5 years. If I'm wrong, please let me know.
I'm gonna let you know.
Man, it's Metro Boomin, dog. Come on, man. That's what we brought, man. Anton
Metro
over for,
Boomin
man.
want
To talk
some
about
more.
more, nigga. And not no nail polish either. Hey, man, first of all, the movie's dope, man. The Spider-Verse. This movie's crazy. Soundtrack was dope. This is why we brought Anton on, man, to talk about this again, man. If you love Marvel, man, go over to Simply Marvelous, man. Go subscribe to him right now.
Absolutely.
It's okay if you stop for a minute, go over there and come back. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
Check my guy out.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All right. With the LL Cool J Kango. All right.
You already know that.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Anton, basically tell the people, man, in your opinion, why this movie was like so dope, man, coming from a Marvel expert's opinion, but then also go in on this soundtrack too, and how the soundtrack maybe even made the movie even colder.
Ooh, man. First of all, you add Metro Boomin to anything, I think it's colder. I love
808 is gonna be stupid.
First and foremost. The movie was absolutely spectacular. I can't wait to go see it again. It did some things in it that I think a lot of movies are. I don't know a lot of movies. They don't have. Can I say the balls to do? If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert. The ending is a doozy. Just think of Infinity War type ending. Leave you on a cliffhanger. You just don't know what the heck is going to happen. Art. It is a. What do we call movies? Motion pictures. This is a motion comic. It takes from every single comic that Spider-Man has been in, and it uses the correct artwork to use every different Spider-Man that's in it. The story is beautiful. We have a black superhero that's the lead of the movie, even though they try to throw you the okie doke in the beginning, possibly make you throw you off of that. But no, we know whose movie this is. And everything about it is beautiful. The subtleness. You know, if you're black, you know the subtle things we do. We say things a little bit different than other cultures would do it. And they found a way to bring that across, even in animation, from the facial expressions to, you know, and it's beautiful. He got both parents. We don't get that in movies and TV shows. Two loving parents that are middle-class parents who got good, you know, regular jobs that regular people do. So, if you haven't gone and seen this movie, I don't care if you have kids, grandkids, no kids, go watch this movie because it's
kid-friendly too.
It's definitely kid-friendly. And bringing me to the soundtrack, I could say almost the exact same thing about it. First of all, it's full of artists that I don't listen to. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't really listen to 21. I don't really listen to Sway Lee or Don Toliver and none of that.
Salute to them too.
Yeah, we can poop on them though.
No, I ain't gonna poop on them because
I pooped on them.
Oh man,
they repped on there though.
No,
I'm gonna salute them, man, because they killed this.
Though. I mean, the one thing I appreciate first of all with this album is I can play this album with anybody in the car. Anybody. My daughter can be in the car, my son, my mama, my grandmother. It don't matter. So,
and that's hard nowadays to do that.
Bro,
very hard.
It is so hard. It is. We argue in the car all the time. My son, he's 16, so he can kind of listen to whatever he wants at this point. But my daughter is only 12, and I'm like, bro, you gotta turn that off now. You know, you can't go 2 lines without saying something disrespectful. At least
drill music.
Car, so, So this album was beautifully well constructed. Sway Lee's voice on choruses is masterful. Him and Don Toliver's voice, is beautiful on choruses. I don't need to hear a verse from him, but the choruses, killer.
I mean, Don did a lot of Travis Scott stuff, man. A lot of Travis Scott's hits is all Don written stuff. So salute to Don, man.
There you go.
Who else is on this album that I want to talk about? Wayne's verse off of Annihilation was
bananas.
It was short, but it was like, bruh. He kept the spider theme going the whole time. Like, I need stuff like that more often. I still like Offset. I know people poo-poo on Offset. He might not say nothing.
No. Salute
I rock with Offset.
I
rock with Offset.
There's very few people who ride a beat like Offset.
He don't need no Uber.
He don't need an Uber. He might need some gas in the car every now and then because he ain't talking about nothing sometimes. He might need to put some gas in the car, but he is riding the beat.
He need premium or does he need like regular unleaded? Which one?
The 87
okay,
the boo.
Whatever. If you got a
92, 93.
But nah, this album is beautiful, man. And one more thing I'll say. This is why you have one producer on a project. That's why this whole thing, it didn't even have to be Metro Boomin, but it just so happened to be. The whole album just feels like it flows. Even if it's a song that I necessarily don't, rock with, like some of the Afrobeat stuff on there. I haven't got into Afrobeat yet like that. But if I'm in the house and the album is playing, I'm not going to skip that song. I'm not going to skip it because it just flows through. Who the heck is James Blake? I didn't do the research because his voice is cold too. Who is James Blake?
A little singer cat.
Yeah, he's a singer. He's a singer on there.
Yeah, he cold. Yeah.
Is it a white dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I ain't never heard of him, but nah.
Look him up real quick. I want to say he a white cat. Yeah, James Blake, a white cat. Yeah. English singer.
Hummingbird.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hummingbird.
No, Anton. Now you just reactivated Iceberg Seal.
Right. No. You didn't activate it. There you go.
Iceberg. No. Go and get your yellow nail polish. Iceberg.
We don't want to hear no Seal.
This is
No, we don't want to hear no Kiss from
Hey, salute the Hip Hop Show with No Name, man. For the $2 holla, man. Salute, man.
Absolutely, man. Big up.
Go ahead and check out that channel, Hip Hop Show with No Name.
Yeah, follow them over there too, man.
Check out that channel.
First, if y'all just came in, man, Anton from Simply Marvelous, man. We put in the chat, man. Go follow him over there for all the Marvel swag over there, man. With Taylor Day too. Salute to Taylor too in the building.
Salute to Taylor Day. That's our girl. That's our girl, man.
Eastern New York. Yeah.
J Camp, follow up, man, from what Anton was saying, man. Maybe a little bit of movie, but definitely the soundtrack. Hold on, let me play this real quick, man, just so if y'all ain't heard the joint, this is a Nas record real quick before you go in.
Done talking.
Don't that song feel like you could have put it on KD 1, 2, or 3?
Fact.
Slid it right
talking about Spider-Man. Could have put it on any one of them. Bro. He could have said, "I'm Spider-Man in the hood," and I'd have been like, "Okay, you right, bro."
Yeah.
Really,
J Camp, what you think on this joint, though, man?
No, I agree with Simply Marvelous, man. Like, just like peeping the movie and hearing the soundtrack being played, like just the instrumentals, man, it made the scenes so much better, gave them so much more meaning. Even though, like Simply Marvelous said, man, the comic book motion picture and how they was able to put so much into it, develop so many characters all at one time, and have this soundtrack playing was just phenomenal, man. I mean, really, they setting a brand new standard of how to make movies. You know what I'm saying? And how to actually have a soundtrack fit. This is the first one that I could say since 2017 when BP dropped and Kendrick dropped that Black Panther soundtrack. Okay. Where you can just hear it in the movie theater too, and it's just riding.
Facts.
And you hear that, hits me on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, it's like, okay, it fits the scene so perfectly, just like this one did. So I really do encourage y'all, man, to go peep it. You know, I don't really look at it as a cartoon. I look at it as like a comic book / emotional / because like Simply Marvelous said, it's so many things in this movie that will touch your soul because you'll be able to relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Without giving away any spoilers, you will be able to relate to it, and it's clean, so you can take your kids. The soundtrack is clean. When the last time you heard Future on a joint that was clean? You know what I'm saying? Where he ain't talking about some lane or something.
That was a cold thing. Like, that Metro Boomin got all these cats to do some clean verses. And also, man, this came out around his mama passing as well. The anniversary. So again, salute to him losing his mom and salute to Metro Boomin and his family. This was dope. But I think the biggest thing Anton said was you can play it in the whip.
You can play it in the whip. And like he said, this
among
is why
all
you
ages.
need one producer. He had a vision for this project, and he stuck to it. And he told these dudes, man, keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a big old bag from Sony. I need y'all to keep it 100% clean. Right. Ride these beats. Y'all don't need no Ubers. Just ride it. You know
Jay Camp and them Ubers.
Go in for me. Like, go in for me.
Kiss from a rose,
baby. And not with that not with that Jack, with that Barbosa though. Not the Jack Sparrow, but the Barbosa eye patch.
Never the Barbosa died.
Hey, this is the thing. This before you go in, Bebo, which is your dig. Is this one of the hottest soundtracks in the last 5 years? If it's not, name one. Name the one that's been the hottest.
It is one of the hottest soundtracks. I can't think of one that is.
This joke was cold.
At least, well, I know what we're talking about is very preliminary, but I think our viewpoints are still going to last. For through the test of time.
Ooh,
so
okay,
I will say,
yeah. You know what? Was cold too. Yeah,
yes, I forgot about that.
One producer by like Simply Marvelous said. One producer.
The Despicable Me was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
And you got, and you know what? You got to give credit for, even with that single "Happy." Shout out to Hip Hop Show for that too, because they made it to where obviously that song was a hit, but other people could just do videos dancing around whatever city or town that they was in, but and just celebrate having a good time. So it was multifaceted, but just really to get back to your question, Iceberg, this is a very dope soundtrack. The Black Panther one was dope, the first Black Panther one, and I like that Creed 3 soundtrack too that we reviewed a few months ago, but this one right here, this Spider-Verse one, Across the Spider-Verse, this one was, I mean, nasty, it was very fitting. And this is somebody who hasn't seen the movie, but I'll say this again. I could tell by listening to the soundtrack that the music, I can see the music and the vibrancy, in sonic, by way of the sonics in relation to the vibrant colors that you see all throughout it. So it's like with my ears, I can get a sense of the music or the visuals. I can visually see the music, so to speak. So this is definitely going to be one that I'll check out soon. And anytime that it compares to, somebody compared it to The Dark Knight and thought that this was better. So I don't know. I won't go that far.
I get.
Dude,
okay.
This is
it's close. Dark Knight's my favorite.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Listen,
it set the standards. Dark Knight did. So for this one to,
this is top 3, bro. I mean,
hey, for it to be there
outside of like Infinity War, I mean, this is up there, bro. I mean, it's way up there.
That says a lot.
And the first one was dope.
Miss LB went in before I could even get into it.
Great question.
She's saying I'm gonna be messy now.
Nah, you ain't being messy, it's being real.
She said the streets are saying that this is usually not Metro's production bag. Do y'all think the production selection was a response to what Hit Boy said? I think yes, number one, but I think it was.
And what did Hit Boy say?
Remember, Hit Boy had the record where he was going in on all the producers. Mustard, Metro was basically saying he's the best, and everybody was trash. And so, of course, Metro came back in
if you and said he wasn't. Play a little snippet. So Simply Marvelous.
I go find it real quick.
Basically saying also that there wasn't. He was talking about you can do the trap stuff, but you can't. But how come you can't flip a sample type stuff? Right, that was said too. So that I think is what Miss LB is somewhat referring to, if not fully.
And that's why I was proud of Metro Boomin for basically saying, "Ninja, don't ever call me to the mat. If you want the smoke, I'm gonna give it to you, and I'm gonna give you a hit on what's going to be the biggest movie probably of the year."
And remember, I said when a lot of cats were selling their catalogs, I said that Metro is one of those cats that can sell his catalog and then jump right back in and be just as good,
just as smooth.
This is proof of that. Also, this is a big win for Sony, especially after selling the rights back to Marvel
for Spider-Man.
Hey man, hold on. Hey, let me just so y'all understand what's going on real quick. Hold on, let me play this real quick. Hold on.
A screenshot
on the track, which was previewed in a video posted on Instagram by Rory and Mal podcast co-host Rory Farrell on Wednesday, March 8th.
I'm usually homeboys with producers I get compared to, but on this one I wanna see him stretched out, extra leg room. I don't really know dude, he seemed like a cool cat, but I never once heard Metro Boomin do boom bap.
Metro Boomin took to Twitter on Thursday to seemingly respond to Hit Boy's song by quoting
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
so he went in. Yeah, so basically like what Miss LB saying, did he change up to production because he said, yeah, you know, I ain't never heard you do no boom bap, so it's crazy. Then he does the boom bap record with Nas. You know what I'm saying?
He absolutely.
What you thinking, Anton, though? Simply Marvelous. What you think, you know?
I mean, if you're getting Nas, you can't go too far left anyways. You got to kind of play it back in New York.
Hey.
And the movie is based in New York.
Unless you switch beats.
Yeah, I mean, he did switch beats. He started.
No, I'm talking about unless you switch beats and putting that trash out.
Right. Swiss beats.
Jay Camp fair producer.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Jay Camp one of them Swizzy joints.
Give me ability over a Swizz all day. Salute to ability.
Oh, facts.
Absolutely.
Salute ability beats, by the way.
Absolutely.
I just talked to him before I got on here.
Salute, man.
That
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, if you get Nas on the track, you gotta be able to pull out the boom bap. That's just how it is. And probably he was trying to prove a point to brother Hit Boy since he putting him out on wax like that.
Yeah, he did.
Even producers is trying to beef nowadays. Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing now?
That's what we doing, bro.
Golly,
Producers are slaying each other.
I guess.
Golly, man.
You gotta watch your hip hop show for real, man. Like,
I guess
it's a problem.
They need to do a battle then. We need a Metro versus Hit Boy battle.
We need a versus Metro.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
I think Bebo even said too, maybe Nas kind of went over and did a record to kind of put the peace treaty together. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, there's no bad blood. Hey, I'm gonna do a record with you. You know what I'm saying?
Being the OG out here.
And again, he did the same thing with 21 Savage too. You know what I'm saying? When that was going on. You know what I mean?
And Nas, he's in the zone as he usually is at times to always want to experiment and do different things. That I think this helps to fit that flow or fit that vibe.